So, where to begin? It's been a busy week as everyone gets down to different business, and at least one person is let out of jail. Kadesi, you've served your time. The guards give you a bit of side eye as you leave. And one of your friends is already there. Which one did I say it was? Which one did I mark down? I gotta actually go look up their names again. I believe the tomb robber whose name was. It was the one thing I forget to look up. The number 6? 5. This is what I get for being disorganized with names. This is my punishment. Jeffrey. Jeffrey is there to greet you as you leave your prison. It was just a gentle stay in sort of a local guardhouse, generally meant for people who are drunk on the street or commit petty crimes, such as yourself. So, as I said, Jeffrey greets you as you are leaving, knowing of your capture and walking you back home. Well, shame none of that worked out.
Yeah, that didn't go quite so well.
Well, that's just our life, you know. No steady work anywhere, unless you want to be a rat catcher or something. So there's risk, and there's plenty of reward. You know, better luck next time.
What's been going on while I've been sleeping away my days?
Well, it turns out the streets are getting a little rowdier, he kind of says as he nudges his head towards a particularly loud group. It looks like there's someone up on a soapbox kind of agitating them. But you notice that the crowd in general appears to be rather poor looking. They may in fact be refugees. Some people have gotten the wise idea to kind of manipulate all those hungry folk out in the Great Park. So now they're coming down to the streets and, making demands, saying they can't just starve to death. So, business as usual in the city.
It seems like the guards might be preoccupied. Might be some good opportunities open.
See, now you're thinking like a good thief. Now, I'm gonna bet at least a couple of them probably want to do a little more than just go walking around and yelling at things. So maybe there might be a good smuggling opportunity somewhere in here.
Sounds like it. What have you heard?
So far, nothing out of the usual. I'm not really the one to interact with those types. I'm more interested in special goods than and he puts his finger quotes up in special, likely meaning poisons or illegal objects rather than simply weapons or armor. So I
Well,
wouldn't know, but I think one of our friends might. He might even have a job for you. Marcus.
oh, perhaps we should go see how we can aid our friend.
That would be an excellent idea. And of course, you're always welcome to hang out and play poker in my basement until he happens to wander by.
Sounds good to me.
Though, one thing I have been hearing lately, more people been rumbling about that gold, that do that Hobbs was talking about, the one that Elf was supposed to have. Apparently, it got even more mysterious than it's been already. Guy hasn't been seen in town for, I think, like 2 weeks now. But no one ever noticed him leave. Not even the people who were over at the Great Park. Guy just up and vanished. Nobody's seen an elf come or go. Weird, huh?
That it is. Perhaps we should investigate, make sure the poor fellow's okay.
Yeah, make sure he's okay and charge him the appropriate fee. Say, you don't have any, like, weird elven magic that just makes you invisible to others, huh? You guys haven't been holding out on us this whole time, have you?
Ah, if only.
Ah, a man can dream. So you could either go and wait with him, or perhaps do your own investigation on this matter if you wanted. Well, what are your choices right now? What do you want to do?
I might investigate around.
Alright, there are plenty of places to go and plenty of people to talk to. Where would you like to go? Or are you going to just walk around the whole city asking for an elf named Lash?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay, so go ahead and make a gossip check. And it's going to be at -20 because time has passed and not many people have talked to him. And you've heard once or twice that he likes to not use his own name.
I do make it hard to find me.
He's just one of those elves who doesn't like to be seen or heard from. Oh dear, that is a 4 that you would have to beat. Oh no, you're...
No, that was a -4 she would have to beat. Impossible.
Oh jeez. Ah. But yes, it would appear people simply have no idea where this elf may be. People have seen strange mutants more often than this elf, believe it or not. And honestly, sometimes seeing those wandering the streets is like seeing Bigfoot. Also mutant. Kill on sight. But you do at least... Hmm. Though you don't find him, you have at least heard that he has had some friends. And they are described to you as follows. A sort of flighty fellow. Seems to be some kind of mage. And you hear that perhaps he's been at the college as of late. You know that he has some sort of peasant girl as a friend, though it's unknown where she lives right now. She might be living with someone else if there's an apprenticeship. You know that there's some strange knight they he used to wander around with. Someone covered in mail. Probably a Bretonian. Well, we don't trust foreigners around here.
Well, this seems suspiciously like the last group I hung out with.
Oh, and you know who else they hang out with? The small little halfling. Really, really, really talkative fellow. Please do not send him around here again.
Maybe I'll just go see if this halfling is feeling lonely.
Of all
Not for another.
things, you might have to talk to more people to figure out who this halfling is and where he might be. There is no penalty on this one, however. It does still require talking.
Which I fail at.
With only a 16, it's very difficult. You could, of course, always talk to some of your friends who might be willing to charge you for information, or go around talking for you. Marcus is a fixer, and he always loves setting people up with what they need. You know, for a price.
Yeah, for a person who's absolutely broke.
Oh, well, for you, I'm willing to accept a line of credit, you know. As long as you're willing to do the next job I got for you.
Hmm. Well, doesn't I could also just go to the school and try to find creepy wizard dude. See if he knows where his halfling friend is.
Marcus just kind of like looks at you a little bit. Don't tell me you're thinking of going to the college. Places outright crazy, you know. I hear stories of people walking in there and they come out with their hair on fire. forever. Not even that crazy mutant stuff, just magic. Go around cursed like that.
Well, fine. Search around.
What are you doing exactly?
Well, I'll try my luck at the college.
All right. So over at the college, just a reminder. Do. Yes, of course. In which case we are heading over to Gustav. Gustav,
Yep.
you have been talking with Eisen for a moment, and he's excited about the information he's learned, and so are you. But he goes ahead and says, we should save it for tonight. And he will go ahead and tell you, I'd like you to appear here at the college sometime tonight. We're going to have a bit of a meeting. And I know whatever information you have, it probably is very important. If you would come, then we can share and collaborate some with a few of the other wizards.
Sure. What? Can you, like, made of... my brain is so fuzzy. What kind of information do we have again? The one I sent you into PM?
I believe you were very excited about what you had heard when you went to defend the pillar. And Eisen was very
Oh.
excited about something he had recently scried.
Yeah. But
But if I know what it's about, and I know that I do because I've seen it, he clears his throat, then perhaps it's best to say it only among friends for now.
sure, but yeah, I can be there tonight.
The lady will also be there as well.
Good.
So-
I have no problem. I have done what I needed done this week. Yes.
It's the end of the week. You've already, I think if you would have gotten paid, no, you did get paid.
Yep.
So currently it's the start of a bright new week. You have, well, plenty of options on your plate for the time being, and you do know that the meeting tonight gives you plenty of time. What is it that you want to go do?
Well, study, of course. I'm a mage.
Ah, of course.
I don't really have anything else to do right now. So yeah, study so I can, hold myself in dangerous situations because I will come. So yeah,
Alright, so you go ahead and study with Eisen. And he's more than happy to keep you around his office for the time being. And as this is happening, Kadesi, you arrive at the Mages College. I think I've described it to everyone here before, but for you, it's very much as if 8 different architects had an idea of what a wizard building or tower would look like, and they all built the same building in the same spot at the same time, and there are different parts of this building sticking out of each other, and all of it just does not go together whatsoever. And yet, there's a front door that would lead straight into a lobby where there is a secretary, if you would like to head in that way.
Sure, why not?
Alright, as you step in, the woman at the front just looks at you, greets you kindly. Oh, hello, ma'am. How might I help you today?
I was looking for a friend of mine who got dragged in here in shambles a week ago. I wanted to check on the poor fella.
Oh, in shambles. I think there's only one person I could think of in the last week quite like that. The rest leave in shambles. And she sort of gives a bit of a shrill laugh at her own little joke. A bit of humor around here. But yes, I think I know the person you're talking about. What's his name again?
Gustav.
Ah, yes. And she'll go ahead and open a small book by her side and sort of scan through it real quick and go, Gustav. Yes. All right. I will go and bring a message that there's someone waiting for him. Who's calling for him?
Tell him his elf friend from before, Kadesi.
Kadesi. All right then. It'll be just a moment. And she will wander off into the building. Gustav, of course, some short time after you've begun studying, the secretary from the front will arrive with a message. There is a elf friend of yours up front. Says her name is Kadesi.
Huh.
Would you like to speak with her?
Yes, sure.
All
We will
right.
come in, if that's alright with you, Master Eisen.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, as long as nobody touches anything, everything is fine. And he will go ahead and take a few pieces of paper that he was working on and put them under his desk instead of on top. And of course, Gadesi, you are fetched and taken up quite a long flight of circular stairs up to the very top of one of the taller towers, where at the top is a bit of a messy, singular octagonal room. With a large window with a telescope pointing out the side of it, a very messy desk or two, and of course, Gustav at one of them with several books open at a time. And of course, with him, you also see uh, a short individual, much like a halfling with stark white hair and a very happy smile, who just sort of waves at you from behind the more important looking desk.
To
Hey,
get
Gustav.
my.
Glad to see you're in one piece.
Did you get my message, Griff?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Gustav will look at you and say, "What do you want?"
Well, I might want to find out exactly how you file things around here. It seems like you have quite a unique system.
I didn't hear the last of it.
I'd like to learn how you guys file things around here. It looks like quite a unique system you have.
Gustav will lower his eyes.
You guys should think of dusting a little bit, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I'll have you know, dust improves my constitution, says Eisen.
Really? On what study showed that?
Oh, well, you see, my own. I'm about to publish it in the next few months if you'd like to read it.
That sounds.
The issue will only be 2 gold crowns if you'd like to pay that forward. He just kind of grins a little bit in your direction.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid we're not all made of gold and diamonds.
Well, if you happen to find someone who is, be sure to send them my way.
I will certainly do that after I have relieved them of some of their burden. Anyway, Gustav, you've been holed up here the whole time?
I work here. Where is your friend?
I haven't seen him. I don't suppose you have then either.
No.
Well, it would seem by all accounts he didn't make it.
Gustav will sigh, close his book, approach you, and then cast a spell.
What are you doing?
Uh, Eisen will very casually pull out an iron key while this is happening and raise it towards the door, and you can hear the door to the stairwell lock. Sleep.
Didn't know mages were kidnappers.
Alright. Unless a successful willpower test is made. So go ahead and make a willpower Kadesi.
It's been captured by two virgins.
Yup.
Oh, burn, wizard burn.
To be fair, I don't know for Eisen, but
Sleep is also a touch spell, but
yeah.
did not seem like
No.
Kadesi was resisting, I guess.
Well,
what
I
is
mean, it is a
willpower?
touch attack if he wants to try it. If she says she does resist.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that. Then yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So I guess you would have to at least hit with the touch attack first, which is just weapon
Yep.
skill, I believe.
And don't you have a bonus to it too, for some reason? I remember you.
Came
up before.
There's
It's
this
definitely a
talent.
talent.
Well,
Sorry,
I have agility, so I could like try to just dodge you.
We all have
Unfortunately,
agility.
unfortunately not. If you were gonna try and do that, there is a dodge blow skill, but it's an advanced skill that you have to be trained in to use. Are you trained in it?
Oh, okay. I thought agility would let you kind of do some of that.
No.
No, unfortunately, when it
halfway
comes to
there.
most attacks, his ability to just fuck it up himself is your main defense.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, yeah, I'll parry. Once I
Well, you
find it.
remember how many times you failed to hit those orcs in combat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have that problem. That's your main defense.
So, Ember, go ahead and make the touch attack first,
Yeah.
just to see if it even connects.
It is possible to dodge, but with a minus 20 penalty. That's the thing. Hey, I'm gonna reroll that.
Yep, just flailing your hands in the air. And flailing your hands more in the air.
And I still can reroll that.
Are you using a portent or something?
Now just my
And flailing your hands more and more in the air
14 points.
as you take up the appropriate attack method of turning your head to the side, putting your hands out, and just slapping them around until they happen to hit.
Just a quick
And
question.
And indeed, they do eventually manage to connect, unless...
Just have a quick question, because this is PvP. I just have a quick question. Can you spend multiple fortune points on a single roll?
I think so. We've done it before.
I don't recall us ever having done it before. That's why I'm asking.
I've done it a
We've
lot of
expanded
times.
it on, like, other events or roles.
Well, I know
I
you've
think.
used like a portent and then a fortune point, which is two different things.
No, I use 14 points multiple times.
Well, again, because this is PvP, and I think PvP should be handled exactly correctly, because otherwise one person is getting a benefit over the other.
Sure, we'll go
To the
through.
rule book!
Yep.
Let's take an adventure, everyone.
If you're just doing this to an NPC, fuck, I don't care. But you're doing this to
Yeah.
a person.
Oh, it's fair.
Boo. What page is it going to be on? Probably in combat. Fate and Fortune, 135.
Well, remember, there's also a GM section on fortune points and fate points, so...
There is, but
Only one with an extended test, apparently. So that I need to, because I think I've done extended test. I need to remember that.
yeah. Gain an extra parry or dodge, which is one that we haven't been using a whole lot. Gain an extra 1d10 on initiative. Gain an extra half action. Yeah. Reroll one failed characteristic or skill test done at any time, not just in combat, can be used when attempting an extended test.
Yep, seems like you can spend as many as you want as long as it's not an extended test.
So you could spend all of your fortune. Sorry, fortune. Yeah, fortune. You can spend all your fortune points to get as many half actions as you have fortune points.
No, but you can reroll as many as you want.
Well, no, because one of the uses of fortune points is to get extra half actions. So I'm saying, if you're saying you can use as many as you want, so long as they're not an extended test, you could get as many half actions as you want, as long as you have fortune
I
points.
guess so, yeah.
Which is why I'm saying this seems weird, and I think we should.
I suppose let us take an informal ruling at the time being. Fate more than once on the same action. A and nay. Take a vote, everyone.
I mean,
Then I'll speak up at once.
oh, I thought you were doing some sort of. Okay, I vote no, but I've been operating under one at a time. You know, the whole whatever you do, it goes to that, regardless if it's better or worse.
hmm
Since a lot of games do that, but if that's not the rule, then
It doesn't seem perfectly clear
Yeah,
to me.
I mean, it doesn't say you can't, but it also doesn't say you can. So it's a bit
What's your
iffy.
ruling, Dre?
Probably no, but that's somewhat biased at the moment because the second attempt.
Understandably, but a vote still counts.
I've
And
been
Art.
I've been going under the assumption that no was the default.
Alright, so it
Yeah,
is a
sure,
no
yeah.
then.
All right. So
Just by consensus for the time being. Alright, so you flail your arms around in front of you and do not manage to actually connect then. And of course, get back the extra
Yeah.
fate points that you had spent.
sure.
And we are in an informal initiative at the moment.
Dre, your mic is on. You're picking up everybody. Dre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I didn't know if you heard me.
There we go. But it is Dre's turn up next. What is Kadesi going to do as this door has been locked and Gustav has come over to try to slap you after doing magic?
Well, I think I might try to just run, and I can pick the door.
You can, however, picking a lock tends to take minutes at a time. And that would be at least 6 rounds of someone behind you trying to slap you.
Okay, are there any windows here?
There is, however, I should mention you are several flights up.
So if my vertical scale doesn't work, I fall to my legs breaking.
There's a high probability falling from this height will in fact kill you. Or at the very least, completely incapacitate you to the point that running would have been a bad idea.
Okay, well, there's nothing else to do but ask what the heck he's trying to do. Gustav, you're acting weird.
Surrender now, and we will
Why?
not
What did I do to you, Gustav?
you under arrest for consortium with Skaven.
You have no proof of this.
I have more proof than you.
So your word is just going to be taken for granted?
Doesn't respond, just look at you and says surrender now. And we will not harm you.
Well, I guess at this point I'm just going to pull out my bow.
I guess I should at least casually tell you. You don't know exactly who the person is over at the desk, but as far as you understand, he is very likely a wizard lord.
And if that doesn't sway you, you would also know this in character. You can't fire a ranged weapon while in melee. In melee, with the target anyway.
This is a very cramped room, if nothing else.
Well, the guy has been trying to touch you, which means he's in melee. So your ranged
Mhm.
weapon is gonna have. You're unable to fire it against him.
Does kind of sound like I'm trying to molest her, which is fair, I guess.
I mean, you are flailing at her, so
That's that's fair.
So what can I do?
you could shout rape. That might get attention of people downstairs. Thrown at
Well,
her.
it's not that you can't go out the window, it's just that going out the window could end up very poorly for you.
Well, in here doesn't look the best, so
You could also just get arrested here and see what happens.
guess that's Herbert.
A difficult decision.
Just got out of jail.
Well, he has nothing on me, so do wizards' words just get taken for granted in this universe?
Well, no, but I mean, I'm not gonna reveal my. But you're an elf, and the Emperor is super racist.
Welcome to Lash's world. Gustav hates elves. Might not be 100% true, but he's proving it every day.
You missed my. I was laughing like. Sorry.
Eisen will, of course, try to help seal the deal here and go, he does have plenty of evidence of this. You should just simply not fight it at all. Just go ahead and sit down and be taken into custody.
Show me this evidence. You have none.
Oh, well, we have plenty of it, don't we, Gustav? Eisen just sort of looks over to you,
I am.
questioningly.
I am an imperial wizard. I am obligated to tell the truth in what I see, what I experienced. I have plenty of evidence against you. My word and my actions speak loud. Last time, surrender.
Yeah, I'm gonna scale the surface.
Alright, you jump out the window.
Sure, I can get an attack.
And I'm gonna spend a fortune point on that.
It's a very good idea.
And can I get an action on her since we're.
Let's do an initiative check just to see who goes first on this matter.
Sure.
Ultimately, though, does it matter if she just kills herself?
Yeah, because I don't want her dead.
Well, then you shouldn't have done this.
Yes, so the two of you please roll a quick initiative just to see who acts first. Emmerich with the 43.
I mean, he still gets the op attack, regardless.
Well, the op attack is different from casting a whole spell.
Is
No,
it
I
an
understand
action?
that.
Alright, so, Kadesi does in fact end up acting first. Does Gustav want to go ahead and, smack her?
Yeah, but like, can it be non-lethal with a? I guess it wouldn't matter since I.
If it's
Not
with your
going to do
fist,
any
any
damage.
armor she has counts twice.
My quarterstaff or mage staff, I guess. But
Okay.
I didn't say that I had it on me, so yeah.
There doesn't seem to be
Just
any
to-
non-lethal options, quote-unquote, here. You just beat
Yeah.
people until you don't beat them to death.
Oh boy.
You literally
Yeah.
gotta, like, break her legs to stop her from moving away from you.
Wait.
Or grapple.
Can I try to restrain her or grab her or something?
Well, this is an op attack, though.
Well. Let's try.
I mean, if you want to do a quick search for the rules to see if a grapple is just an attack you can do as an op attack,
Oh, maybe.
because I'm not sure.
Well, I already. I don't know.
Target number 18. How'd you get even lower? Oh, wait, no, you had the bonus on the touch attack, that's why. Ooh.
No, just because I didn't didn't check the proficiency box.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
still,
think
it's a
this
72. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't.
Unless
But
you really
yeah,
want to hit.
Unless that
In
which
proficiency
case-
gave you a plus 50. or 60
I
even.
plus 20 only, yeah.
Alright, in which case, of course, you swing your staff in her direction, but a little bit too late as she jumps out the window and realizes she has jumped an inch too far to grab it. Fortunately, there is a bit of roof underneath you, 2 stories below. Kadesi.
Okay, so I guess I probably land on top of that.
Actually, how much do you fail by? Like 5? It's not even a degree. You managed to catch the windowsill. But of course, do not make it downwards safely whatsoever on this turn. So your fingers are right there on the edge. That is your turn, at which point it then goes to Gustav's turn. You see your hand still on the ledge, waiting to try to go down safely.
Do I want to be a bitch more than I already am?
That is Gustav's way.
True.
And I'll have Eisen go at the end. He's an old man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a bitch.
Gonna do...
A little spell called Drop.
Yikes. Let's see. Casting a success. Compel target to drop whatever they are holding. Spell can resist it with a successful willpower test. Kadesi, give me a willpower. That is a failure. Kadesi, you are compelled to let go of anything you are holding, including the windowsill.
Is it like an agility check to see if I can go into a roll or something on the other roof to land safe?
Good question.
How, oh, tall is... Sorry, I'm just doing the math on what the fall damage would be if you fell.
Well, he said it was like, what, 2 stories to
2
the
stories
roof?
down,
To
yeah.
the next roof, yeah.
Oh, I thought 2 stories down or 2 stories across?
Down.
Okay, so that would be... 20 feet, which is 6 yards. Oh, 6.6. I don't know. We round up or down?
Round down.
It doesn't matter. 6 yards fall damage would be 5 damage. You could survive that. You've had a week to heal, right? You have healed, haven't you?
Yeah, I should have. I mean,
Right, if you were over, your wounded threshold, you'd get back 1 a day.
If you were below it, you'd heal 1 a week. So this is why it's important to know if you've healed or not.
yeah, I think I was at 11 out of 12 wounds, so I have like what?
I believe you were counting, upwards, so... Yeah, you may not have healed very much at all.
Which would mean that you would be
Unless you
at
got
10 of
attention.
12. In which case, 5 damage. I mean, it's
So
still
I think
survivable. There is just a chance of death.
Quick retroactive decisions because of knowledge. You could buy poultices, which are 5 copper pence each, and that would allow you to recover 1 a day.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, there is the thing that you got out of jail and you've had time between getting out of jail and doing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you would only need to pay like for 2 of those. So if you subtract 10 pence, you could go ahead and receive your 7 wounds of healing.
Well, the poultice only aids the heal check. The heal check then has to be done by a doctor, which is more expensive.
I thought it would also allow you to do your daily recovering.
No.
Okay,
Any
well, maybe I'm
druid
wrong.
do that.
A drought
Only
would do
any
that,
druid
but a
can
drought
do
at her
that.
level would only heal her of 1, and it's more expensive. It's just better to get the the poultice and then pay for a doctor who then has a chance to heal you for 1d10. Which conceivably she could have done before she came here, seeing as she would have been let out of the jail in a very bad shape.
Conceivably. Let's go ahead and check out how much finances Kadesi has right now. Do.
It's like 3 gold. Or,
Oh, yeah, you have plenty of money to have purchased aid if you wanted it. Let's see. And I think I wrote down how much the healing costs somewhere here. There we go. A physician would be 60 pence. So, if you wanted to be healed up once and get a single D10 roll, it would be 70 pence. 65 pence total.
You know, like that old song, 65 pence, none the richer. That's a 90s joke, I think.
So if you want to go ahead and pay for that, we'll roll the D10 now retroactively.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so if you go ahead and subtract that from your sheet, you will
Ooh.
end up being healed 9 in one go.
Which means that the fall would be survivable.
Yeah, which means that over the course of the week, you just sort of casually heal up the rest. And, yep, and then you will take 5 damage, which... is that mitigate by armor since you have the page up data?
No. Well, I don't believe so. Hold on, let me just double check.
Or toughness?
You said how many shilling or pennies or whatever it was?
I think it's
Introduced
up at the
by
top.
toughness, but
yeah.
not armor.
I was waiting for them to stop talking, Emmerich.
All right,
Sorry.
what was that?
65 pence, and at the top is the conversion.
The character must make a successful agility test. Hey, that thing you're always asking about, Dre. To keep his grip on anything in his hands as he falls.
Oh,
The
in this
damage
case,
die
it's
come up
magical
10.
compulsion to not grip this specific ledge.
I know,
Maybe
I'm just
you could
saying
grab
when they
something on the way
land.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like when I land, am I able to like go into a roll or something?
Maybe don't
That
roll
would-
off the roof.
Yeah, but something like that.
The rest of the
One
fall
failure
will
to
kill
another.
you.
You need a stun action to get up.
So,
Apparently.
5 damage mitigated by toughness. So go ahead and take that straight to your wounds.
Huh. If the character has the performer acrobat skill, he may use that instead of agility at the player's option. He could be a tumbler.
Tumbling's coming back, baby.
So what should I do?
Well, you are on the 6th floor roof of the Wizards College, with at least 2 wizards aware of your presence and after you, as the small halfling-sized wizard flies out of the window and is hovering over you. And he just waves down at you. Hello?
Hi, halfling wizard dude. Can you help me? These guys are trying to kidnap me.
This is the one from the same room. It is Eisen.
Oh, I didn't realize he was a halfling.
He's not, but he looks like one.
Oh, he has issues. How far is the next roof down?
The next roof down is another 2 stories. Because of the weird nature, there are tiers that you can go down safely at a time.
My wounds were at 4. They're now at what? 6?
Since you had the week to heal, you would have had 0 wounds taken, and recently you just took 5 wounds, which is subtracted by toughness.
So what's your toughness bonus? That's the TB on your sheet.
3.
Alright, so you
Alright,
take
so-
2 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna try to scale down the cliff then. Or
Alright.
wall.
you attempt to keep running and try to scale down the next side of the roof. Go ahead and give us a scale.
There isn't any bonus for trained, is
Well, there would be a negative if you weren't trained. So the bonus for trained is having your full skill. I'm assuming that your agility is 36, right?
No, it's 43.
That's weird. You are trained in scales your surface. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Scales your surface is based on strength, not agility. I had that wrong.
Right. Well, given this amount of failure, you find that some of the roof, has never been repaired before, and as you grab a shingle, it comes off in your hand and you go tumbling with it. And that will be another 5 wounds as you drop onto the next roof down.
Which comes out to 2 wounds in actuality.
Yes. Following up with Gustav. She has now fallen down 2 roofs, and you are up in the tower. What do you plan to do? Gustav?
Oh, sorry,
It's all
I
good.
forgot I had push to talk. I'm gonna disable that. Know that I disabled love notification. Just a moment.
Okay.
Here I am. All right. Do you see? Can I use the telescope to look? Like, can I just put my head out the window to see what's happening?
Oh, absolutely.
Do I want to be? How many yards did it
She is at
fall?
least 12 yards down, and probably a handful of yards out.
That's fine. Ah, that's not fine.
Yes, that is less fine.
I don't want. That's me. Gonna try anyway. Do you have? No, I don't have a broken mirror. Ah, well, that was my turn.
Yep, you attempt to, summon the power of magic to do your bidding, and it does not listen to you. Everything feels very purple right now.
Purple.
Huh.
Yep.
Curse, that's an odd spell. for you.
Blue.
Purple, blue, orange, red, it all keeps shifting around you in
Too
your
many
perception.
winds of magic.
Meanwhile, Aizen will swoop down over to Kadesi. And, of course, without his feet even touching the ground, he is, at regular standing height, as Kadesi is, on her back. So, he says as he just kind of, like, crosses his arms a little bit. Maybe all this, running has taught you a bit of a lesson. Maybe you'd like to come back with us for now.
why?
Well, because the alternative seems to be throwing yourself off the roof, and you don't look like the paranoid cultist type who'd do that. The next one is 4 stories down, I believe. It's a valiant strategy for sure. I applaud you, but it doesn't look good for your health.
You guys don't particularly look good for my health either.
Well, presumably surviving at a jail cell would be better than being dead on the street.
No, the fall wouldn't kill me.
Come on, he says in the universal, most convincing argument.
No.
I don't want to have to use force on you, not when you're, like this. Please.
Well, then don't.
Oh, well, I will. Especially with this sort of accusation. I mean, if you're innocent, we'll find out.
I'm gonna scale another surface.
Alright, you're going to go ahead and stand up and then go climb a surface. Next one is 4 stories down, and you fall down all of it. As you get up to your feet, go to the edge, try to make your way down, and of course, the roof is still as horrendously damaged as usual. Theta, do you have a damage for twice the blast distance?
Close the window already.
9. It's
I'm
9.
sorry.
Okay, that's
9.
good.
Yeah.
Right, and then subtract the toughness from that, and that is your new wound.
What was the total?
The damage is 9, minus your toughness. So 6. You've gone from having healed up during the week to completely decking yourself, falling off of rooftops.
Well, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Well, of course, again, you are
Arguably.
on your back once again. And the pain couldn't be greater. Of course, there was a bit of broken boxes and metal trash bins to break your fall, but you know. Gustav, you are 24 yards up and probably a handful of yards away.
Well, I'm gonna call my friend, my old friend, my dearest friend,
Paul
Windblast.
McCartney.
Okay,
Ah, Windblast.
just barely.
Ah, so
Yep.
close to a double, too.
Yeah,
But that's literally the only thing I ever check.
me too.
One can always hope.
Oh well.
Doop-a-doo. I'm gonna just pull up your spell list real quick and take a look at the one Eisen's going to do. Oh, you had sleep. Where'd it go? I guess it's a lesser or
Everyone has
petty?
sleep. It's a pity.
There we go. Sleep, half
Conrad used
action.
to cast it on an accident.
So Eisen will swoop down from the roof, hover over Kadesi, and attempt to cast sleep. I think this is probably for your own good at this point. Oh, let's see. I'm probably going to cast off of Gustav's sheet. It is casting number 6. He definitely has ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 2 dice for him. He doesn't need to try too hard. I'm going to roll it off of your sheet if that's okay, Gustav.
Sure.
He's not channeling because he's busy.
That's fair. Ooh.
And that is a nice big success.
Do I do like a parry or a willpower?
Well, he has to
Aren't
touch
you
you.
on your back?
So willpower.
Yes, willpower.
He doesn't have to go in for a touch.
She's on his back. He's a wizard lord.
She's on his back. Wow, what's going on? I know I tuned out for a second, but
Eisen's getting laid.
not if she's on his
Um,
back. I mean,
I'm gonna make up a number. He's gonna fate point that. Or fortune point, that is. And he's going to connect, so make a willpower. And you are finally asleep. for the longest possible time. All right.
So, kids, this means go gambling in basements with friends instead of going to visit wizards.
Basically.
Sorry.
Well, Isa will go ahead and pull out a bit of rope that he gathered from before, which he intended to use upstairs. He'll go ahead and tie your hands and legs, and then wait for someone else to come around and come pick you up. So fast forwarding just a little bit with a bit of assistance, you are, of course, Gustav, where is she taken to? Are you taking her to the guards or keeping her under your own supervision or in the wizard's tower? What's going to happen?
I guess. I guess in the wizard's towers, but I will go to the priest of Verona to arrange a trial.
All right.
Since priest of Verona focused on truth and justice.
So, Gadesi, when you wake up, you're being dragged away towards a cell. Or dragged back into the wizard's tower, taken towards its basement, and taken into a underground dungeon, wherein it has several cells, of which you can hear the screams and wails of the mad from among its many layers. You're set into a cell by yourself, and it is fortunately rather clean and very dry. So it appears you are currently locked up, and unless you want to do an escape attempt, we will go ahead and transfer to another player. Let's see.
Yeah, let's pick the lock.
All right. So
If they
first
didn't
of all,
strip her down of things like that, I will be very disappointed in the wizard.
oh yes, they will definitely try to strip her down of things. So let's go through the process of that. They will try to search you, Kadesi. Go ahead and give me a roll to conceal the things that you want to keep concealed.
Let me see if I have any bonuses on.
And of course, you should probably name the things that you want to try to keep concealed.
Well, I have lock picks. My clothes won't matter because I presume they'll let me keep that. And they don't take money or anything off of you.
They're going to take your wallet from you and put it away in storage.
I mean, you could always imagine it like the prisons where they take everything away from you because they think you might be able to hurt yourself with, as well.
Gotcha. So in other words, my goal is to hide my lock picks, go to storage, get my stuff, and then leave.
Indeed. So let's see. Let's go ahead and roll and see if they find anything. Of course, you still have to conceal yourself. Or conceal your item.
Now I have 10 bonus in urban areas. Does that count here?
Not in this case, no.
Wait, I want to hear the rationalization first.
Do you have a city inside of you?
Yes. Anyone I carry around with me everywhere for just such occasions.
Quick, make the argument that the female body is capable of producing life, and the miracle of that is likened unto a city unto itself.
I was thinking I got a wizard friend of mine to shrink a city down for me so I can play with it in my spare time. As you know, an overlord. It's like The Sims, only in a different world and real.
Or you're, this is Dave. You're not actually a person, you're just a bunch of small people inside of a construct.
What?
Dave Mushang, played by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, you said Dave, and I thought of 2001 Space Odyssey.